Hey everyone, here in this video I'm going to be telling you guys how you can be accepted onto one of VESA'S programs, the process it takes to come up to when you actually leave, and the costs involved as well. If you haven't heard about what VESA actually is, please click on our introduction video so you can find out all the exciting details. The first thing I'm going to go through with you guys is the cost of the program, which typically is everyone's first thing they wonder about, which I totally understand. So I'm going to be going through the cost of the programs, what's included in the cost, what's not included in the cost, and everyone's favorite part, which is how most students and volunteers don't actually pay a single cent out of their own pocket. Exciting, I know. I'll get to that too. VESA is an NGO, which is a non-government organization, so that just means that the government doesn't fund VESA to run, strictly only VESA volunteers do, which is usually everyone's favorite part. You yourselves will actually see where your money is going and be a part of the hard work with that. This is essentially why there is a cost to our programs. Without VESA volunteers, we'd not be able to do the amazing work that we get to do every year with the rural communities, locals, and animals. With that being said, to find out the cost of our programs, please go onto our website, www.vesabroad.org, and then you can click on what country you're coming from, and it'll tell you exactly what the cost is in your currency. Now that you've gone and checked out what the cost of your program is, let's dive into what's included in the cost and what's not included in the cost. Step 1, apply. On our website, you will find the Apply Now link, and here is where you're going to submit your application. Our only requirement is that you have to be 18 by the time the program starts. If you're 17 now, but you're going to be 18 by the time you leave for your program, you are still eligible to apply. Step 2, enroll. You will receive an email shortly after applying saying you've been accepted or not. Now, unfortunately, not everybody does get accepted, but you're going to get an email regardless letting you guys know. Now, if you have been accepted and you've decided that you don't want to do one of our programs, that's totally fine, you just don't reply to our email. If you have been accepted and you do want to go, that's where you're going to have a congratulations email saying you've been accepted, and then you click the link and follow that process to pick which program that you want to go to. Step 3, submit and choose your program. This is where you're going to choose one of the 4 programs you want to volunteer in, and you also get to choose the dates you want to go as well. Please check out our 4 different program videos to see what program interests you most. Now, programs do usually fill up fast, but you will be notified saying if a spot is full or not. But don't stress. If you really want to go, but you're not sure about which program or dates you want to attend, that's fine. You can choose a spot just to secure your spot, and then at any time in the future, you can change to a different program or dates as well. Step 4, pay your deposit. Now, the way to secure your spot on one of our programs is paying a deposit. If you hop onto our website, it'll actually tell you what the deposit is in your currency as well. The deposit is included in your program cost. It just gets deducted from the total cost. Please don't feel like you guys have to pay this deposit right away. You're more than welcome to learn more about our programs, and if this is something that you guys actually want to do. Now, our spaces are very limited, but saying that, it's first come, first serve until our spots are actually full. Now, the deposit is the only thing that you guys pay that's non-refundable. But saying that, if something happens where you can't take one of our trips, VESA actually holds your deposit indefinitely until you guys are able to go on our program, so it could be for the following year instead, which actually gives you that whole extra year to save and fundraise. This brings me to the fun part. So, most of our volunteers and students don't actually pay a single thing to do one of our programs. And how, you ask? Well, I'm actually the fundraising coordinator for VESA. Most of our students fundraise their entire cost of the entire program. Once you get accepted and pay your deposit, you immediately get sent an online fundraising guide via email, which gives you ideas, stickers, logos, and other documentation that says you can fundraise in aid of VESA. It's an awesome compilation of fundraising tools, making it easier for you guys to get sponsorships, hold any kind of fundraising event, or even get donations. The guide also has amazing ideas for fundraising you can use for any events and more. We highly encourage fundraising for everyone, and we help you guys as much as we can along the way with your entire fundraising needs. Now, we go further into all of our fundraising ideas and how you guys can do that in our fundraising video, so please make sure to check it out. Step 5, confirm. You will receive your program confirmation within 24 hours. Step 6, fundraise. Please click on our fundraising video for more details. Step 7, extend your trip. All of our programs have an optional 3rd week, which is what we call our extension week. In this week, this is where you get to do some awesome extra cultural activities and adventures, and even some more volunteering as well. But if you want to find out what you actually get to do in these extension weeks, please make sure to click on our extension video. Step 8, secure group flights. We have 2 flight options, which I'm going to go over with you guys shortly. Step 9, Facebook. You'll be joined into your Facebook discussion group, and this is where everybody else that's doing the same 2-week program as you will be on. You can get to know them, and also you guys can throw around fundraising ideas together too. Step 10, handy advice. You will receive handy advice with our regular travel updates, such as packing lists, itineraries, cash and currency advice, optional activity lists, gift ideas, and more. Step 11, leave for your trip. Board your flights and become part of the VESA family. Now that you know the process of joining one of our amazing programs, let's get into what is included in the cost of your program. All your accommodation for the entire time you're there, all ground transportation, 3 meals a day. We cater to vegetarian, vegan, gluten-free. Just let us know on your application so we have the food for you, so essentially you're not eating with the monkeys. Snacks when needed, fresh, safe drinking water. You just bring your own water bottle and we have unlimited water for you, so don't worry, you won't have to drink from the river this time. You get a certification at the end when requested, which is amazing for future jobs to see the voluntary work overseas you have completed. Most importantly though, the cost gets divided into all the amazing things that we actually get to do. A portion of it goes towards all of the construction materials used to build the houses, bathrooms, classrooms, schools. A portion of it goes towards all the education materials needed that we work in the village schools as well, all the food that we use to help the kids at the creche, and all of the amazing animal conservation work and rehabilitation and rescue work that we do with the elephants, cheetahs, crocodiles, and turtles. We also hire local staff in country. Unfortunately, men especially have a really hard time finding jobs. So we hire them on with VESA to help us build and educate, and we pay them a wage. So essentially you guys are giving people jobs as well, which is truly beautiful. Like I mentioned, for the second week you're there, it's going to be filled with tons of adventure and cultural activities. Most of your activities are included in this cost as well. There are usually 2 or 3 optional activities that you guys are more than welcome to go off and do in each of our countries that they offer, which is an optional cost. You can find this on our website if you want to find out what activities are optional, or listen to our program videos where I'm going to be explaining all the activities in detail and which ones are included in the program cost. For example, in Fiji, one of the islands we go to, there's an option for you guys to go skydiving on one of the islands. Now this is obviously an optional cost because not everybody likes to jump out of a plane, but it is an amazing experience. There are a couple things that are not included in the cost of the program. The first one, travel insurance. Everyone must purchase travel insurance with whichever provider you choose to go with. It is just essential for safety, and it's usually a small cost that you guys are more than welcome to fundraise for as well. We provide different travel insurance companies on our website, but you guys can go with whomever you wish. The second thing not included is our flights, but I do tell everybody not to worry too much when I say flights, because previously when I say that most volunteers and students don't pay anything to do one of our programs, I'm talking about they completely fundraise the cost of their flight as well. So we actually have 2 different flight options. The first option is our group flight. This is where VESA books the entire flight for you departing from major cities, depending on what program you're going to. You guys are all going to meet up at the same airport together where you can get to know each other and all the others, and even sit together on the plane, which is less scary for first-time travelers. The best part about this option is the cost runs the exact same way as the cost of the program. Basically, you pay a small deposit, just like you did for the program cost, and then you don't have to pay for the rest of the flight until 45 days before you actually leave. So you have that whole entire year to fundraise for the flight as well. The second option is you're more than welcome to book your own flight as well. Now, some of our students and volunteers like to travel afterwards after they've done the VESA program, so basically you just book your one-way ticket there and one-way ticket back. We just remind everyone to book so you land a few hours before the group flights, as we cater to the group flight. You're going to receive emails with all the group flight booking details to go off of, and our tour leaders will be at the airport with signs waiting for everyone. The third option is your mom or dad is a pilot, or you have a lot of frequent flyer points. We all wish for option 3. Finally, the last thing that's not included in your program cost that you guys might need is a visa. Now, typically you won't need a visa to travel to one of our programs, but if you're not sure, just pop online and check it out. Now, the one country that you will need a visa upon arrival is in our country, Laos, Southeast Asia. And this is where you guys pay a small fee right at the border, and you're more than welcome to fundraise that amount as well. So basically guys, you take the cost of the program, the cost of the flight, add those 2 together, and this is the initial amount that you guys want to fundraise by next year. Please check out our program videos so you can find out what you actually get to do in all 4 of our countries, and you can find out which program fits best with what you actually want to accomplish.